My name is Dominic David. Speech Communications 101 online class. This is my outline for the speech, Gamblers Anonymous. Now, I'm not going to be looking at my outline while I'm doing the speech. I'm going to be looking at my phone, which has the notes from what I want to say in my speech. My name is Dominic David. I want to inform anyone out there who has a gambling problem that there is someone or something out there that can help you with your problem. First, I want to say that gambling is a very challenging problem to overcome and to move on with your life. But there is always hope. In 1919, the World Series, Cincinnati Reds against the Chicago White Sox, the Black Sox scandal era. There's 8 players from the Chicago White Sox that gambled on their own baseball team from winning to win money. One of them is Shoeless Joe Jackson, Buck Weaver. 2 players that should be inducted into the Hall of Fame, but they are not because they got caught gambling and have been banned from baseball for good. Now, Shoeless Joe Jackson was a 365 batting average, 3rd best player of all time, and he hasn't been inducted to the Hall of Fame. There's been an argument still to this day if Shoeless Joe Jackson, Buck Weaver, or even Pete Rose, that managed the Cincinnati Reds, he gambled on his own team to lose. He has not been clean till 2004. He came out in his book, which is called Jails with No Bars. He actually came out clean and said that he did gamble on his own team to lose and for him to win money. Those 3 players still have yet to be forgiven and given a chance into the Hall of Fame. Now, Pete Rose, who's the league's leading hitter of all time in baseball, with over 3,000 hits, still is not allowed to be into a baseball Hall of Fame. He's not even allowed to go into a baseball stadium and watch a game. That's how bad these gambling things are. They're illegal to a certain extent. Now, today I'm going to go over some questions with you, and if you answer yes to most of them, I want you to consider going out and finding some help. Who here has ever gambled? I've gambled, but I don't overdo it. I do it once in a blue moon. But who here gambles occasionally, every day? Who here thinks they have a problem with gambling? Today I'm going to go over some questions with you, and if you answer yes, please, I want you to go looking for some help, because there's always hope. Compulsive gambling. The explanation that seems most susceptible to Gamblers Anonymous members is that compulsive gambling is an illness, progressive in its nature, which can be cured, which can never be cured, but can be arrested. Now, I want to talk to you about Michael Jordan, who played for Chicago Bulls and the Washington Wizards, a 6-time NBA Finals MVP, 6 championships that he won with the Chicago Bulls. One of the greatest basketball players of all time has had a gambling problem. He once had to cover $57,000 on gambling charges, but that seems like pocket money for him. But if you keep on gambling, the stakes get higher and higher. You can't afford your losses if you do it too much. He once lost $1.2 million on a golf outing. $1.2 million on a golf outing to one of his friends. He got into situations where he couldn't walk away from the casino and push the envelope. He kept on playing and playing and playing. Charles Barkley, a former basketball player, he also had a gambling problem. A very major gambling problem, worse than Michael Jordan. He was in debt of $400,000 back in 2007 in a casino in Las Vegas, and hasn't paid them back for a year. The casino filed a complaint to Charles Barkley, and recently Charles Barkley paid them back. And on live TV, Charles Barkley said that gambling's not a problem. Drugs is a problem, alcohol is a problem, not gambling. An interviewer asked Charles Barkley if he will still gamble. He goes, "Of course I'm still going to gamble. Gamble's not a problem. I do it. I'm going to keep on doing it. I'm going to bet big because I can afford my losses." Now, After that $400,000 debt, the whole world found out about that. He said on live TV again that he's not going to gamble anymore. He needs to stop. It gets him sick. It leads him to doing bad things, like driving drunk, for instance. He needs to stop gambling, and he promised the world he's going to stop gambling. This year he's not going to gamble, next year he's not going to gamble, and the year after that he's not going to gamble. And just because you can afford your losing doesn't mean you should do it. Compulsive gambling can jeopardize your livelihood and or your family. What makes you a compulsive gambler? Did you ever lose time from school, work, homework, or family just to gamble? After losing, did you feel like you need to return back to the casino and try to win your money back? Have you ever borrowed money so you can gamble? Have you ever done or considered doing an illegal act, like stealing jewelry, money, anything, just to get some money to play in the casino, just to finance gambling? If you answered yes to any of these questions, please, I want you to go seek some help. Now, Gamblers Anonymous is a fellowship of men and women who share their experience, strength, and hope with each other that they may solve their common problems and each other's to receive and recover from a gambling problem. Gamblers Anonymous does not have any political or religious affiliation, nor do they have a stance on any controversy. Their only purpose is to help people from this gambling problem. No one wants to admit to themselves that they are anything less like their fellow men, where they can not solve their own problems. We think that our problems will just go away like that, but we will not be able to control in the long run. This kind of thinking often leads to doing jail time. For everyone who answered yes to these questions on compulsive gambling, you need to admit to yourself that you have a gambling problem and you should seek some help. This is the first step towards the road of recovery. There are people out there who want to help you. You are not alone in this. I don't have a problem, but I gamble. And if I gamble too much, it may lead to some problem. You can see that just by looking around the room and sleeping and seeing that there are other people here listening to the same speech and wondering what to do. For any information about Gamblers Anonymous, you can visit their website at gamblersanonymous.org, or you can call their hotline, which is 888-GA-HELPS.